What's going on, everyone? It is June 19th. Technically, it's the 20th, but it's late night of the 19th, and I am talking about summarizing day 7. So I'm a little tired and out of it. Today has been a big day. I was supposed to try to go along with the Touch 10 plan today of doing 30-minute increments of every touch and seeing how that was. And I initially imagined my day somehow was going to really align with this thought process, but actually even just saying that out loud, I'm realizing, like, what does that even mean? Like, ultimately, I'm testing out all these theories to see what works best, so it didn't. I didn't get everything done so far in this week. The plan that had the most success so far, the only day that I completed everything was day 5, when I did everything in priority order, and I determined that I was going to literally go down the line in the exact order that the tasks were for the touches. So yeah, I'm a little puzzled. I do feel like I spent a lot of time out of the apartment today because I had physical therapy, and I ended up realizing that I needed more cannabis products, so I had to go to the dispensary. So I actually spent a lot of the day out of the apartment, and I think it threw me for a loop, and it made me realize that the half an hour touches is really only realistic if it comes to like needing to focus on one task at a time, or if I'm at home doing stuff or whatever. But in terms of just like going out and about and stuff, it's like most things take more than half an hour. I mean, it's LA, it takes half an hour to get like 500 feet in front of you. So I don't know, maybe tomorrow I will only be out of the apartment for therapy, and that's pretty straightforward. So it should, between getting there, getting back, and having therapy, I shouldn't be gone for more than 2 hours. It will set me back a little bit, but let's see. I'm all for second chances, so let's try tomorrow with a little bit more of a concentrated and focused day, and do half an hour for the tasks that are at home, and just radically accept that it's going to be with that mentality of being mindful of the fact that I'm going to try and spend half an hour on each task. I already have tasks written down for Thursday and most of Friday's touches are all here. So tomorrow's going to be a big day. Lots of creative, fun things are on that list. I've realized an issue I'm having ultimately the issue I'm having is I guess today I'm very jumbled up right now. My brain doesn't really shut off, and it's I'm thinking about things really quickly, but today I've just been thinking about what is it that keeps me from going on to the next task. Is it just avoidance? Is it that I simply don't want to do it and I'm choosing not to? Is it because it takes me too long to do a previous task? Is it because I don't know, like any number of things? And I think sometimes it's a combination. There are definitely tasks that I put off or avoid, usually because I'm afraid of something or because I feel overwhelmed, usually again linked to fear. So today I think that what was really keeping me from going on through the tasks was, number 1, choosing to not neglect my self-care, which I am very proud of myself for doing, even though even just saying that is almost painful because I'm thinking about all the things that I didn't do while I was doing self-care today. But I think that a lot of the time we go about self-care like it's not something that's important, and it's something that we just like fit in wherever, but it's something that we have to consistently make time for. And depending on what your health is overall on your day-to-day, you might have to put in more or less effort, in terms of self-care. And I'm someone that has a lot of health issues, so I require a lot of maintenance. It's not that I don't want to be doing something else. It's why I don't really have much of a social life outside of work, and that's why my work life is very social, because otherwise I would get no social time between the two. So today I chose to focus on my health because, I think yesterday I wasn't feeling so great, and today I was really tired. I didn't get enough sleep, but ultimately I was in better shape than I was yesterday. What else? Yes, I chose my health. Alright, I'm fading fast. I chose my health, and the other reason why I feel like I didn't get all my touches done was because I either underestimated how long something was going to take, or which ultimately I went into this whole plan of doing the 30 minutes for each thing, knowing very well that a lot of these were not going to be things I finished. In fact, I'm almost positive that in the previous video, I totally made a comment towards that when I was planning my day 7, that I was going into it with the awareness that I probably wasn't going to complete some of the tasks that were only, I was giving myself 30 minutes. So yeah, go figure. I need to listen to my own advice. I should probably rewatch my own video. But anyway, I spent a long time on certain tasks and I just couldn't let go. And I don't really know why. I think that when I get really sucked into a task, I feel like I have to complete it. Like especially if I'm on a roll, if I'm feeling really creative and I'm enjoying it, and I feel like what I'm creating is positive and it's helping me get to the greater mission, there's nothing that can keep me from doing it. So I have to keep myself from doing it, and I have to figure out, I think there's more to this. I think that I'm really only just scratching the surface. I really have to figure out what it is that is keeping me from moving on to the next task, because I am a very decisive person outwardly, and I have noticed that through my transition that my ability to be decisive has, I'll say, shifted here and then. It's like a spectrum, and it impacts my ability to function, get tasks done in the way that I want to, and here we are, not finishing all of the touches. I think pretty sure I finished the same amount of touches I did yesterday, which was 6 written down. There were several things I got accomplished that were not written down, so again, I didn't plan on going to the dispensary, and I was having all of these issues with my phone and the service, so I needed to take a lift because I'm not in my car. So when my phone wasn't working because of the service being crappy, I couldn't get a car, and therefore I couldn't go anywhere. And then I got in the car and I was on my way home, and I had decided, I was like, I'm actually not going to go to the dispensary. I'm going to go probably tomorrow or on Friday, because tomorrow's, what's today? No, yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. I was like, tomorrow or Friday, and I'll just go home. And then the traffic was ridiculous, and it was going to take almost 50 minutes to get home when normally it would take like 25 to 30 minutes. So that sucked. Ouch. So that totally sidetracked me. Wow, that brought me into the moment for sure. What was I talking about? I don't even remember. Talking about. So I wasn't expecting to go to the dispensary and all of that, and so then I had a little issues with the phone, and so I ended up going to the dispensary because it was much closer, and I actually spent probably less time still going to the dispensary and then going home than I would have if I had went home initially. So it was ultimately worth it, but by the time I got home, I needed to eat and take care of myself and take care of the cats, and it's like I have to eat every 2 hours, and in order for me to eat effectively and safely and actually keep my food down, I have to use cannabis, and usually this means prior and after. So it's really easy for me to get sidetracked and distracted with these little mini breaks that somehow the next thing I know, especially if I don't feel well, can end up being like an hour-long break. And I do I'm working on radically accepting it, but I do accept the fact that I do need more breaks. Like I said, I've figured it out. If I don't take the breaks, if I don't self-care, then I can't do anything at all. So it's certainly better now than doing absolutely nothing. So I don't really know why I'm putting these things off, and I need to figure it out. I think there's something really big to uncover here, possibly lots of different things, but I don't think that I'm going to figure out really what the best method is for me to go forward and become truly happy until I figure out what's keeping me from making different decisions, because I'm a decisive person, and even though I go in and out of having moments where I suddenly can't be decisive because either my focus or whatever with my health or hormones, it doesn't matter, because overall I'm a decisive person, and I should be able to figure these things out. It's not even like these tasks aren't enjoyable. Like, the majority of them, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm choosing to do them. They're what I'm passionate about. They're what I'm working on. So, I don't know what it is. I guess there is something to be said about the fact that I'm ultimately still productive, because even though I'm not doing necessarily everything that I intended and wanted to do, that I'm still doing other things that I chose and ultimately chose in the end to do instead. It's a yes and, not an or. Wow, sorry, my cats just went. They're playing. Yeah, that's my mumbo jumbo rant for now. I'm, as you can tell, exhausted. I've already taken my melatonin, which is I probably should have done this video prior to taking the melatonin. It does not usually hit me this quickly. I'm very surprised. But I'm going to go to bed. I'm choosing to not go to sleep at 3 a.m. because I think that a big piece of this is sleep. I already know that I don't feel my best, and therefore I don't function my best unless I'm getting 8 to 9 hours. So I've been getting more sleep lately than I have lately, but still not enough. Last night I think I had like 7 hours of sleep, and it's not sufficient. So I've been going to bed at like 3 a.m. the last couple nights. It's already 12:23. I'm going to try to quickly get this video up, at least on Patreon, and go to sleep. Until the next video.